Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm super excited to finally be uploading again, so I'm not going to waste a bunch of time on the intro. I'm sure from the title you know what this is about, so let's get right into it. Our Pink Venom. So Pink Venom isn't really my favorite, and I didn't like it especially when it was first released. I really don't like the vocal parts of the song. I think the instrumental during the vocal parts absolutely does not match the vocal melody, and the vocal melody itself is just awkward. The girlies did what they could to make it sound good, but it's not them, it's just the melody. There's only so much you can do to make a shitty melody sound good. I was a fan of the rap line. Finally getting rapper Jennie back was amazing. She killed it. The lyrics were typical Blackpink lyrics. Nothing out of the ordinary, just like the format of the song with Jennie opening it, Rosé and Jisoo sharing the pre-chorus and bridge, a dance break at the end with a shit ton of onomatopoeia. Yeah, the grattatata was just not it at all for me. They could have had it for half of the dance break instead of the whole thing. At some point I was like, please stop lol. And this is weird, but I feel like the dance break does not go as hard as they seem to want to make it go. I don't know if it's the choreography or the instrumental or what, but if you watch their VMAs performance, you'll know what I mean. Their expressions are like they're going hard, they're going at the choreo as hard as they can, and there are fireworks or whatever going off, like they usually would for a stage when the beat drops or there's a dance break. But there's just such a mismatch in the energy. Not sure if anyone else felt like that too lol, but I just can't unsee it. Now the chorus, I actually liked, which is the part of the song a lot of people seem to dislike lol. I like the beat and the instrumentals in the chorus, and I like that there were no random filler words in it for once. The only thing that weirdly bothered me was how Jennie and Lisa make their voices high-pitched when they say that Pink Venom lol. It was so obvious to me during the first few listens and I did not get the point of it because it literally did nothing for the chorus whatsoever. But now, after listening to the song many more times, I don't even notice it. I just wanted to bring it up to see if anyone else heard it too and knows what I'm talking about lol. As for the music video, their visuals never disappoint, but I'm confused about YG selling it as the MV that they have spent the most money on for Blackpink. Like okay sis, but everything looks just like their other music videos lmao. Overall Pink Venom gets a 6.5 on 10 from me. The first thing that stood out to me on this track was the instrumental. Honestly, a classical melody remixed with a trap beat goes hard as hell and will always be a win for me. The instrumentals get a 10 on 10. This is a song where I can finally say the rap line and the vocal line both absolutely killed it. The only reason I haven't been able to say that for a lot of their songs, especially title tracks or pre-releases, is because Rosé and Jisoo always share the pre-chorus and bridge, and the songs are either not made for Jisoo's vocals, or Rosé is forced to strain. This time it was different, and every single one of them got to shine. Now with the lyrics. Overall, I would say I'm a fan. But one thing really did bother me, I'm not going to lie. And call me a bitch for pointing this out, but it's not a comeback since we never left is literally just a straight up lil mayo. Like I'm sorry but I just couldn't look past that. You literally left so hard that at some point almost every single blink questioned whether you're even idols anymore. I just had to say it. Sorry not sorry. Other lyrics I wasn't the biggest fan of include whip it whip it whip it whip it and hear my Lamborghini go vroom vroom vroom. Lol. But I also feel like without lyrics like this it's not a Blackpink song. It's kind of become their thing now. But with all that being said, most of the lyrics slapped. Overall, it's a fuck you to the haters and I love them for that. Go off Queens. This is probably my favorite song on the album right now. I saw a bunch of people on Twitter saying this is a disbandment song and a bunch of other people telling them to fuck off. And to be honest, if you ask me, I think it can go either way. Shut Down actually kind of reminded me of Yet to Come, the way all their iconic old songs were referenced in the MV, and the lyrics Keep Watching Me Shut It Down, seem to point to a closing of their old chapter and the start of a new one, but that new chapter could also be an end of their musical career. We just don't know, and I don't think the answer is obvious right now. Overall, Shut Down is an 8.5 out of 10 from me. What stood out to me on this track were the lyrics because goddamn. This is what made me go like okay, Blackpink doesn't just own the girl crush concept, they invented it. Both my body and bank account good figure. If I let you in my circle you're a winner. Type that make you love me when the only thing you done is like. Pop the fuck off queens. Some lyrics are cringe like I'm not like other girls at all for example. But pretty much everything else about the song is so good that it's easy to ignore. Another thing that also really stood out to me on this track is Jisoo's vocals. Like this song was literally made for her voice. She sounds absolutely angelic in the pre-chorus, and her English pronunciation is so incredibly impressive this comeback. She really ate. The instrumental kind of reminded me of Pretty Savage, but in a good way. It was distinct enough to not sound like a recycle, and I really liked it. The only thing that was weird was the ending. The song just felt like it ended too abruptly and there wasn't a bridge or a clear sense of an outro at all. But overall, it's still a banger. Typa Girl gets a 9.5 out of 10 from me. Yeah is a good song. The melody is bright and cheerful, and I found it to be quite refreshing. It did sound a bit generic to me, but not in a bad way, in a charming way if that makes sense. Rosé's vocals really shined in this song for me. Her voice just flows with it really well. I love that Rosé and Jisoo were involved in writing the lyrics for this song. That makes it so much more special. They are actually meaningful and well written. This is what happens when you involve the girls in the process. YG, who knows why the fuck you took so long to listen. Overall, it's a good song. Just like for Typa Girl, I felt like yeah also ended a little abruptly. There was a bridge, and a very beautiful one, but the fade out at the end felt way too short to be an outro. I give it an 8 out of 10. Now nothing against Rosie, she deserves the world and is a vocal angel, but I really don't understand the choice to give her a solo song in this album. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. Jisoo is the only member that has not had a solo musical debut yet. Why couldn't they have given her a solo track? She deserves it the most. I think it would have only been fair. Or maybe even Jennie. Rosé and Lisa both got 2 songs for their solo, and Jennie got 1. Plus it's been a hot minute since Jennie had her solo. Rosé and Lisa had theirs relatively recently. Giving Rosé a solo song in this album just does not make sense. All that aside though, this is an incredible song. And I actually feel like Rosé shines more in this song than she did in Gone or On the Ground. This truly feels like her solo debut. I absolutely love the way she says fuck lol. I'm sure it's not just me. I love the lyrics. Nothing too deep or straying too far from typical pop song lyrics, but they are meaningful and she delivers them so beautifully. We love Rosie the Heartbreaker. The instrumental is catchy too. I really enjoyed it. I give it a 9 out of 10. The vocal line absolutely killed this song. My god, it's so beautiful. Jisoo just nailed the falsettos, and this song was created for Rosé's voice. Jennie and Lisa's vocals also truly shined. The lyrics were delivered with incredible emotion by every single member. They always have one emotional, vocal-heavy song in their EP/album releases, like Hope Not and You Never Know, and I really appreciate them even though I wouldn't listen to them as much as their other songs. Because they actually show Blackpink's potential and what they are all truly capable of when it comes to music. That is what this song represents in this album. The lyrics, the instrumentals, the vocals, the emotion. There's nothing I didn't like in this song, and for that it gets a 10 out of 10. This is one of my favorite tracks on the album. I love the melody and the instrumental. And the lyrics are just, wow. Overall, some of the lyrics I will say are questionable, but the message of the song is pretty empowering and it's not just the typical I'm a bad bitch, I'm hot and rich, you can't touch me. It's a lot more than that. It's about doing what you want no matter what people say about you, how much they judge you, and how much they try to tell you how to live your life. This album feels a lot more real, and for the first time I feel like it digs deeper than the Blackpink personas that YG has created for them. And again, Jisoo's English in this song is just chef's kiss. I absolutely adore it. Lisa's vocals in this song stood out to me too. She has really improved vocally in my eyes, and to me this song truly showcases that every single Blackpink member is capable of a lot more than just the position they are assigned. Tally gets a 9.5 out of 10 from me. Ready for Love is a fun song. The melody, the vocals, the lyrics, it's all nice. I don't particularly dislike any of it. But at the same time, it's basic. This somehow feels like a pop song that would have been released in like 2014 or 15. But regardless, they slayed what they were given to work with. Jennie's vocals actually stood out to me in this song, especially in the pre-chorus. Her vocals sound so powerful, she sounds amazing. Overall, for me this song isn't bad, but it isn't the best thing ever either. Ready for Love gets a 7 out of 10. This album was a huge step up. I actually feel like for the first time, YG listened. There is diversity in the tracks. Rapper Jennie actually gets to be Rapper Jennie. Jisoo's vocals were out of this world and she was given songs that actually allowed her to shine. The line distribution seemed to be more fair than it has ever been. The tracks aren't all recycles of their old songs. The lyrics are meaningful, and we've gotten more participation from the members in the process than we probably ever did before. They really outdid themselves this time, and I think most of the releases are pretty great. It is a well-rounded album, and for the first time it actually feels like it's Blackpink's era. Every single member truly got their time to shine. YG finally got the message. It took years but we fucking did it, guys. My score for the album as a whole is an 8.5 out of 10. So that's it. That was my review on Born Pink. What are your thoughts on the album overall? On each song? Some people are convinced that YG giving us what we want and sending the Pinks on a world tour with ridiculously overpriced tickets means that this is it, and once their contract ends, it's all over for good. What do you think about that? Also, why the fuck are the tickets so expensive, $250 for nosebleeds? YG really does fucking suck. The exploitation is blatant and disgusting. If you're seeing Blackpink on tour, drop a comment. Leave your thoughts below. I would love to know and I am excited to be interacting with you guys after so long. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.